Welcome back to Bank of Me. My name is Selina and today we are focusing on our goals. So I have my coffee, I have my cash. This is 350 euros. Let's get started. So I'm getting paid monthly. So that means at this time I just got paid and I feel of course very, very rich. But this is the best time to do cash stuffing because it will be a different story towards the end of the month. So it's important to get things done straight away when you get paid. So let me just get a little organized here. 50s, 20s. So if you have watched my vision boarding video, I made a financial vision board. If not, have a look. It might be something for you. I know it's not for everybody, but for me, vision boards were really what helped me get very clear on what I wanted, and they helped me to buy a home after years and years of dreaming and thinking about it and saving. But of course you need to put the action in, but you really need to be clear on what it is you want. And I think a vision board really helps you get clear on what it is and keep it in mind, you know, front of mind really. So there we have the cash. So let's see, I have two big quarterly goals and I need to achieve them, or I want to achieve them by the end of June. That means I have two pay slips, one and then the one at the end of June. So those will all be focused on my big quarterly goals. And they are: one, a baby emergency fund of 1,000 euros for general emergencies. Whatever could go wrong, you know, your car breaks down, whatever it is, the fridge, anything at all, but only emergencies. And the second one is for a home emergency fund, another baby emergency fund of 1,000. And the reason why I'm doing this is that I found that I tend to dip into my real emergency fund all the time because I don't have that little buffer, and I need two because really the home I have is an older home and I need to make sure it's okay. You know, it needs a lot of repairs here and there. It's not a new build, so you would have that. So I'd like to separate those two things. I have my personal emergency fund and then one specifically for my home. So I'll start first of all with a few smaller annual goals, and what I'm planning to do in June now for the rest of May and June is to focus really on those big quarterly goals, those two, and really very little else. But what I still want to fund is my annual goal here. It's a few small challenges. I park everything else, nothing else will get any money now, but this one is one that I want to continue because it's quite doable. So these are all by Nicola at the Frugal Cottage. If you don't know her channel, check her out. And they are quite small individually, but if you really do them and you kind of, you know, you do baby steps, you know, a little bit, then you have actually saved by the end of the year just over 2,000 euros, and that's not too bad. So I want to today get a tiny bit ahead, just a tiny bit, and see if I can put something extra. So the first challenge is a Fiver Fridays challenge. So every Friday you put in your €5 or dollars or pound. So I will put in 2 Fridays. So I put in 10 today because I would like to get a tiny bit ahead. Just put something towards it. And I think these are really great and they really help me, and I think they are easy to put away and kind of forget about, you know, like not dip in. So that's the Fiver Fridays done. That's great. Now the next one is a similar one. It's the Tenner Tuesdays, and again I would like to fill in 2 today. And this challenge here is actually just by itself, it's saving you 520 for each week you put in 10. So 10, 20 is what I'm going to put in today. And yes, I want to get a tiny bit ahead. for June. And I do them, of course, on a Sunday. I don't do them on a Tuesday, but I do them when I'm actually filming my videos. So that's the tenner. And then we have another challenge, which is more of a classic challenge. Many of you will have done this, and that's the 52-week challenge. And it's basically you save the amount that is equal to the number of the calendar week. So I'm going to put in 2 again here because I want to get a tiny bit ahead. And this one saves you 1,378. And I think I said it last time, for years I really dismissed those small challenges because I was always thinking, God, it's nothing, I can do much more. I didn't bother with them. But then in the end, what happened? I didn't really use them at all, or let's say I didn't really put in the savings at all, or I put them in and took them out, and I would have been better off just saving with these smaller challenges and not dismissing them. So what I will do here, so we have a 23 and a 24, and I think there's some coins in here, so I can make some change. Put in 25. I don't really like using coins, but in Europe we have only €5 notes, and everything smaller than that is a coin. So, you know, I don't want to dismiss them, but I always try to swap them out. So there are €3 in here. So I want to first do the 23. So I'm going to put in 25, and I take out my change of €2. Okay. Done. And then I also want to do the 24, so I will take 25, put that in, and take out 1, and I can use that for other challenges. Very good. So at least I have made a little bit of progress here, and that's not too bad. And I'll see, let me try that a little bit. I'll see how far I get today. And it's all about knowing yourself, I think, with savings, and knowing what you want. So the vision board, I think, is a great thing to try. But you have to be really honest in what you really want, not what you think you should want. You know, if something doesn't really excite you, like if someone tells you, oh, you should buy a house, you know, you're in your 30s or whatever, but you kind of feel burdened down by that idea, and travel really lights you up, then that should be on your vision board, of course. So it's really knowing yourself that helps, I think. So this is it. That's my annual savings challenges. So I did want to do them. I didn't want to miss them. But everything else really, nearly everything else is on hold until I have this one completed, because I don't really want to keep doing the same quarterly goal. I want to have a fresh one next quarter, because that's really motivating me to keep going. So the next one is going to be my home emergency fund, so the baby emergency fund. And for that one, I'm using this cute kawaii savings challenge book, and it has lots of different challenges. You can get it on Amazon. And I like the color and save challenge, because that's another one where I don't really want to dip in, you know, I don't want to take the money out. I've colored it in. So I'm going to use this challenge to do this here. So I started this in April. Each star is €20, and the goal here is 900. So that's €100 short of my real goal, 1,000. So I'm going to use another little savings challenge from the book later. But let's get started on this. So I would really love to do one row. So let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 stars, 8 by 20, that's 160. I want to put in today. So let's do that. 50, 100, oops, 2, 4, 6, 160. And this is my favorite part, to color in the stars. And doing a whole row is very satisfying, instead of just a couple of stars. But you know, you do what you want. Sometimes it's better to do a few smaller savings challenges if you have a big goal, and then you feel like you have these mini achievements, which is kind of what I'm doing now. As you can see, I do have a long way to go. Let's see how it goes this month. this is the first payslip that goes in. I have to stretch now for the rest of the month. Be reasonable, no coffees out, no cinema, no meeting people for brunch in the restaurant, but to invite them to my home and have my coffee at home and all of this to make this actually work, because my funds are not endless. I'd say I'm more on the low income side, maybe medium to low, depending where you're at. So that's it. So that's one row filled out, and doesn't that look so much better? I mean, we are really getting there. I feel that's a good basis. Very good. Good start. So I'm going to put this into my home binder. This is my home binder, and we have lots of envelopes. So this one goes into home maintenance, and then we have home renovations and other challenges, but home maintenance is what we're focused on. And then if I reach a certain, once I reach a certain amount, I'm going to put it into the bank. So at the moment, let me just count, because it's so satisfying to count. So we have 100, 200, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 340. That's good. We are making some progress. Still a long way to go, but 340 isn't bad. So if I reach 400 or 500, I would take it into the bank. So that's it. So that's one more done. Okay, next I have one really small challenge, or one savings goal I have, and that is, as you know, if you watched any of my videos, or if you watched my vision board video, I do want to have a cat. So I want to put in 10, just in a symbolic way, so I'm not forgetting, because I do want to link my vision board to my savings goals. And one of the ways to do this is to have little savings challenges. So this is the cat savings challenge I'm doing at the moment. This will save 100 at the end, but this is more like to, as I said, it's more of a symbolic savings challenge. It's not really gonna make a big dent in any budget, but 10 is better than nothing. So we have 5 and another 5. So that's that. Good. Great. So that goes into my dream binder here. So I have lots of savings challenges here, but lots of funds I want to fund. Oh, this is also something I would like to do, but let's put in a little bit in here as well. I'll get back to that in a moment. So cat fund, here we go. And I'm going to put in another 10. Doesn't have too much in there yet, but this is really just a start, and then we will reevaluate our budget when this quarter is done and I have done my savings challenges. So there was one more I want to do. So extra mortgage payment is something that was on my list forever, because of course it would be ideal if you own your home outright. Oops, lots of hair here, sorry. And what I'm using for this one is Deborah's wonderful So You Think You Can Save challenge, and the different piggy banks and different stacks of cash are worth different amounts. So I'm going to go with this one here, and I'm going to put in 5. Just one, you know, so I can show I'm not forgetting it, basically. So I just cross off one. There's a lot here to go. Maybe that will feature in another quarterly goal, but at the moment it's more on a back burner, because the important thing is to save up, of course, for my home emergency fund and my 12-month emergency fund as well after this. So I will do it, but I might not do it right now. But that's good. So I want to hide the cash a bit, sorry. Let's hide it. I don't want to forget about it, but it's not a priority at the the moment. So that's my dream binder. Hopefully this one will get a lot more love soon enough. So now basically that's it for this. And now we're getting to the main event, which is my other mini emergency fund. And that's my general emergency fund. For that, I'm using this amazing 80s themed binder. And so far I saved up 475 in here. So 400 I put to the bank and I left 75 in the binder. And I had the plan to only bring it to the bank when I have completed all the savings challenges that were in here. And I did, I have completed them, so it's time for some new challenges. And I have a nice little stack of challenges. I'm going to start with this one here, which is a wonderful 2026 challenge by Budget with Mama Bear. So I'm going to use this one first, and let's see, how do I do that? I can use a highlighter for this. And I want to put in, let's put in 20 to make a start. That one here, that's kind of bigger amount. Yes, let's start with this. 20. Okay, so as the title suggests, this would save you, as far as I know, 2,000? I don't know. Actually, that's a really good question. I don't know. Well, we will find out at the end. So, because this one is gonna be a bigger one, I probably won't finish this until I cash it, or until I bring it back to the bank. So this will be one that I will continue to do, but I wanted to keep it in my lovely binder here. And if I have saved, once I have saved my 1,000 euros in the bank, what I plan to do is just to use this, continue to use this binder for my 12-month emergency fund. And every time I have to dip into my baby emergency fund, I top that up again. So there will be like a flow, you know, it flows from one pot into another and it'll always be topped up. The next one here is a really nice, cute, I love scratch off challenges. This one is by the Blessed Daisy Budgets. And it is Tweety. So Tweety to me is also really the Looney Tunes. That's really 80s or 90s, let's say. So I'm gonna start with this one. They're always a bit messy, those scratch offs, but let's see how it goes. I do want to put in a little bit everywhere, so I don't want to do too much in one binder. So 6. Will I do another one? What do we have left? We have a few, so hopefully everything gets a little bit of love, but I think I'll leave it at that here, just for now. And I might come back to it if I have a bit more. But there's some where you roll the dice as well, so you know, you kind of have to watch it. So I want to give each of them a little bit of cash today. So that's the first one. Next, oh, I love them. I have to show them to you. So these are all by Donna, powered by creativity. And this one is a Robin Hood challenge. And I think you might know the Disney movie. I mean, that's just the cutest. And Disney is, yeah, happy place for many people, isn't it? A real happy place. And for me as well, it's really childhood memories. So yes, so let's see how far we get with this one. So this one, I'm going to roll the dice. So we have a 3. Well, oh, maybe I should get my calculator because I probably won't remember. So that's a 3, so let's cross off a 3. And let's roll it one more time. 4 plus 4 gives us 7. 4. One more time. Another 4 plus 4 11. Let's leave it at 11. Oh, I don't have 11. Let's cross this off first. Maybe one more time. One more time. Maybe another 4 plus 4. 15. I don't have 15 either. I have to put in 16 probably. There was another 4, wasn't it? So 4. Okie dokie. 15. Let's put in, yeah, because I put my, hang on, I can make some change from my other binder, can't I? I have a lot of fibers in here, I think. In the cat font, do I? Yes. So we can make some change. See, we're getting close to being our own bank, as the channel name suggests. That's the idea. I can make my own change here. So that's it. Let's see. So that goes back. And 15 go in here. So I leave this one at 15. 15, here we go. Into the, and I actually like as well that these are, they come with, let me show you. Did I also open? So this Robin Hood challenge comes with, oh actually no it doesn't. I purchased both separately. They are on Etsy. So you have the challenge, and then if you want you can also have an envelope that you fold, you print and fold. And I do like it because it's kind of hiding your money. So maybe like a little surprise. And I'm sure you can laminate it and all kinds of fancy stuff, but I am not at that level of purchasing lamination devices and all this stuff. So no laminator for me. So that's the Robin Hood challenge. The next one is also very exciting because it's very different, and that is Alice in Wonderland. And here how you save is actually by picking a card, and then you save the number that's on the card. I mean, I don't know, it's amazing. Very creative, very great idea. So I have my stack of cards, and I'm gonna do it like, oh, you're gonna see how clumsily I mix this, but it doesn't matter. It's the thought that counts, isn't it, really? And I mixed them before off camera. So let's see. Let's pick one. This one's peeking out. Ooh, a 10. Okay. 10. Right. Oh, I want a different pen for that. Will I? Maybe a red. Do I have a red? I have a red. Do I want to put red or black? Black. Okay. So that is a 10. So that's a 10 in there. We could do one more maybe. Will we pull one more or will we leave it? Because I also have this Scrooge McDuck. Scrooge McDuck first. Okay, let me continue. So this is it. And then, yeah, Scrooge McDuck is my spirit guide. I really wish, so I always loved him when I was a kid with his cash stash swimming in his gold coins. So today I don't think I'm gonna pick any cards. I'm gonna just cross things off because that will be easier for me. So let's see, I'm just gonna make it, maybe I make it just black, just follow the lines, and this way I know I've done it. Little tick, yeah, that should do the trick. So we have 20, and then maybe I do another one. I do a 7 maybe. This 7 here looks good. Okay, so that's a 7. And I have another 20. Will I use that for something else, or will I continue? Let's continue. Put another 20 in here. Maybe I can finish a challenge earlier, one of those ones here, and then put it in the bank. don't really want to take out the money when I'm not finished with it, but let's see. We'll think about that. So that's not too bad. Whoops, I have 4 left. So, will I put, let me see, is there a 4 here? Not really, but I can put it somewhere else, I think. So that goes into the Scrooge McDuck challenge. And that's it. Good. Okay, so that's a great start, really. So I have 4 left. So what I'll do is, I think I'm gonna go with the Robin Hood challenge. Not roll a dice, but I could just put in another 4. There's a 4 here, and that will be it then. Oh, that's nice. We're already making progress. And yes, all of these are by Donna, powered by creativity. She has her own store as well. Check out her channel. She is on YouTube. She has an Etsy channel, Etsy shop, and she also has her own shop, and she has a YouTube channel, and she is very, very creative. And her channel is a bit different too. She sometimes does readings of books, and have a look if you enjoy it. There's a lot of manifesting and positive thinking in there, which I love. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I think we did a lot today. We have really focused on our goals, my goals. I talk in the royal way apparently. But I hope you have a great week. Think about what you really want. And sometimes it's really hard because you don't have the money to put into your real goals. You just have to get on with living. But I think if you can put in like a little bit of symbolic money, you know, maybe a few dollars, whatever, for any dream you have, it'll add up, and in the end you get there. Like my extra mortgage payment, I had big expectations of paying off these big chunks of money every year basically, but it didn't really happen. So that's why I decided to take small steps and just whatever. Once I'm finished with challenge by Deborah, then I will just put it in the bank. It doesn't matter how much I've managed to save or that it's not what I thought. Once this is finished, it goes to the bank and goes into the mortgage, and it's gonna be worth celebrating, even the small steps. So that's it from me. Take care of yourself, have a great week, and happy savings. Bye.